Hey everybody, good morning. It is 8 o'clock, so we're a little bit earlier than usual, but we are going to ship stuff out. Have a lot to ship out. Welcome back to you. Welcome back to me. Back to real world. I actually shipped out everything that sold last week while on vacation yesterday. So everything we're packing today, of course, I wanted to wait, show you guys some stuff, talk to you guys. This all sold over the weekend. So we have eBay sales, 9 Poshmark, Mercari, no Depop, no Depop, and a lot of eBay. A lot of eBay. So let me know how everything's going. How's your spring going so far with your sales? Thanks for popping in. Let's get into it. As always, thanks for rewatching. Appreciate you guys as always coming in. Hopefully you learned something new. That's the goal. What's up, girl? How are the whatnots going? How are the kids' whatnots going? Kids' clothing is doing really well right now, especially that vintage stuff, just like you sell. I have a friend here in town, so all she does is vintage kids' clothing. I wish I had a better eye for it. I feel like our thrift stores probably send all of it to the bins. Anything that's like, what was it? What was that red dog? Clifford? Anything Clifford? Gone. They're doing okay. Got another one Tuesday. Let's go. But you stopped doing your used clothes like Viore and stuff like that, right? Your adult clothes. You only do kids' clothes, right? I pay attention. While we're doing it, let's talk about Viore. Viore, better than Lululemon. Not to wear, of course, but to resell. It's a pair of women's shorts. Couldn't find the size anywhere. Found the size on women's Viore shorts. They are, and the only reason I found them is because I looked at a similar comp online, and they're actually in the seam on the inside. So I didn't know that. They're not like Lululemon. You can't find the tag, and I always am like, what size? But with the shorts, they're on the inside. And these were a size large, which is great. I didn't have to guess and get a return, which is good. Yes, or whatnot, still selling adult stuff on eBay. Yeah, adult stuff on eBay and Poshmark for sure. Good morning, Nicole. What's up? Jack the Thrifter found my double RL sweater. Your first one, lucky. It's like stuff I dream about at night. Love double RL. It'll sell well, as you know. Don't take less than what you think. There are collectors for double RL. If you guys didn't know that already. But yeah, back to whatnot. Kids' clothing, vintage stuff is doing really well right now. You guys want to know that? That's what's doing well. Everything's doing well, I guess. If you just want to take less, but my buy cost is too much for me to resell a lot of this clothing. Welcome back. What's up, Mushroom Lover? What is up? Welcome back. Thank you, cheesesteak. Yeah. So vacation gone for a little over a week. I put out a video yesterday about vacation mode. If you do eBay or Poshmark, Depop, Mercari, you can go and watch that. I put it on Facebook and YouTube. But basically, I took my vacation mode off and I had it set to come off on Thursday. So Thursday, Poshmark was back open, Depop, Mercari, all back open. And actually Depop wasn't, but the others were. And eBay was back open off of vacation mode. So thanks for popping in. About time to get some work done. Not even a vacation, a Disney vacation. I know, Dusty. I know, but I like your new little, I like your new channel that I follow on Instagram with all the pins and stuff. What's up, Simeon? Simeon, what are you doing? Is it time for school yet? What's up, Simeon? I saw your mom and your dad this morning. Went and walked the dog. No monsters. You're not going to see me have a monster on here. Turn in some leaves. Flipping some leaves. So good morning, Cindy. All right, let's get into, let's do eBay first. Lots of eBay stuff to send out. Hopefully, what's up, Tam? Hopefully, some new brands to you, as always. As always, I got to get into what sold. What sold, and you'll go down. Oh, it's on top. That's right. It's on top. That's a Kuji. Yeah, that's a Kuji. That's a one and only. That's a one and only Kuji. That was Kway's first Kuji he ever bought. Now I own it because I own that guy. I own him. This brand right here, I do not pick it up anymore. Again, expensive brand, resale has just gone downhill. So still expensive. You'll see this brand at Nordstrom's and expensive places. The brand is Eaton. And one thing I'll tell you, a tip about this, brand. Always check the buttons. For some reason, this brand, the buttons are prone to chipping. So if you ever find this brand is cheap and you're like, I'm going to get it, just make sure the buttons aren't chipped. The front buttons and the cuff buttons. A lot of times they are chipped. This sold for $29.99. The reason I picked this up is because it was a bigger plain white shirt. There were two of them together and they were in unworn condition. No wear around the neck, yellowing or anything like that. So Eaton, what's up, Amy D? I got a lot for you, Amy D. Got a lot. So don't pick a ton of these up. But again, for the right buy cost, it's probably worth it to you. I think they're probably like a $20 shirt now if they're in good condition. Piece of scrap. Good morning, Mother Teresa. Thank you for coming in. Jeez, Louise. New at watching you. Looking forward to seeing your skills. Hey, don't judge me for my packing skills. That's how my packing looks. I fold it, boom, boom, wham, bam, throw it in the poly mailer. But I will tell you, never had any negative feedback about my packing or people messaging me. So if you want to pack a little bit different, not take a lot of time, you can do it this way. Been selling, but having trouble finding anything at Goodwill that's not overpriced. Brandon, where do you live? Where do you live? It's constantly building that knowledge. That's kind of why we're watching this, right? Constantly building, like Eaton. Most Goodwills don't know that brand. If you find a plain white one, it's $30. I got two of them. Louisville. Okay, Brandon, so you're in Louisville, not far from me. If I lived in Louisville, if I had time, I would drive to Cincinnati and spend a whole day thrifting Cincinnati. Cincinnati has good Goodwill, pretty good Goodwills. Lexington has good Goodwills, and then Indy. I know 2 hours away from you, but it's worth it. It's worth if you can take a day to do it. You could source all day and get quite a bit of stuff if Louisville's not cutting it for you. Let's see. Of course, we have a lot of people saying hi. Good morning, Mari. Welcome back. Hope you had a blessed vacation. I did. It was a good vacation. May God bless my business. Thank you. Appreciate you. Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed your trip. Thank you, guys. Appreciate all you guys. Lakeland. So I stayed in Lake City, Kevin. That's where I stayed, Lake City. Stephanie, good morning. Candy, good morning. Tanya, good morning. I'm going to be shipping a lot of these. I'm not going to go through every one of them. People rewatching this later are going to be like, come on now, it's boring. Polo Ralph Lauren, cut tag. I bought a whole bunch of these. I worked out a deal where I bought them for $10 a piece. And they're all, I put new without tags, even though a lot of them have the tag on them. It just makes it so people won't get mad at me with the cut tag and everything. How about Philly? Any suggestions where to go? I do not know Philly. I do not know Philly. I don't know Philly. Other than, didn't they win the Super Bowl? That's all I know. All right, so I sold that at $29.99. I've been selling them for $30. I probably packed 5 yesterday that sold the week before, and we'll see how many I packed today that sold over the weekend. Going to Jim. Jim. What's up, Nick? Appreciate your lives answering questions. I wanted to ask if I could share this post. Now we'll have the entire time. Okay. I wanted to ask if I share this post now, will it have the entire time you're on or not? Yeah. So right there, I'm showing what you said. What's up, Nate? What's up, Nate? One of my old students, one of my friends. Tighten up, Hutch. Get out of here. Tighten up. What you guys got cooking? You got nothing cooking in Nashville for us Colts. How often do I ship? My shipping is actually 1 to 3 days. A lot of people do same or next day, 1 day shipping on eBay. I do 1 to 3 days shipping. It gives me grace, not to make excuses, but there have been plenty of times I'm the head coach of my son's travel soccer team and stuff comes up and whatever. I like to have that grace so I don't get knocked down on eBay. I don't want to be like below standard or anything. So I do 1 to 3 days shipping. That's what I do. Usually I ship within 1 or 2 days. 1 or 2 days. Never really 3. Final week of consulting preaching segment. We're very fortunate to have complete free will control of our lives. Yeah. So if you guys don't know, Nick's over here. His old job, his full-time job, asked him to come back and consult, probably because he's smart and he knows what he's talking about and can tell these newbies what to do. And he's kind of going back and realizing that he really appreciates what he has with this job, the freedom. Can't pay for that. Can't pay for the freedom with their jobs. Like right now, coming back from spring break, it was so nice knowing Sorry, my wife had to go back to teaching. My kids had to go back to school, and I didn't. I get to come on here with you guys. That is so much better. It's so much better. What platforms do I sell on? I sell on eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, and Depop. And I do that by using a cross-lister called Nifty. I was in Indy. Oh, Nicole, what's up? I was in Indy last weekend. Goodwill's north of Indianapolis are ridiculous. $9 shirts. Yeah, the Goodwills north of Indy are the more expensive suburbs, and they price their stuff up. Yeah, for sure. You just have to find those things that they don't know about. For example, those Viore shorts, they don't know. Eaton shirts, they don't know. But they're going to price their Under Armour and Nike and all that stuff up. I'm always like, have at it. Have at it. Here is a Nike shirt. I've had this for a long time. The reason I bought this particular one is because of that little logo right there. The golf course is actually called Crooked Stick, and it's a crooked golf club. It's a PGA course. So if you were to type in PGA golf course logos on Google, I highly recommend doing that, taking a screenshot of those logos. That's going to be one of them you find on there. What's up, Casey? And it's worth a little bit more money. Sold for $17.99 via promoted listing. The last one was promoted listing too. I'm promoting at 9% still. I'm getting good sales, really good sales the past 4 weeks. So I'm going to continue to promote and continue to have Nifty do its thing. How do you feel returning to work, running your own eBay business versus traditional 9 to 5? Hands down, love this more. I had a passion for teaching, but to be honest, I've always had more of a passion of buying and reselling stuff, always, since I was little. So now I'm doing what I'm passionate about. Obviously, it'd be nice not having the pressure of having to make money, of course, but it's about as good as it gets for me. So yeah, I much rather prefer this. And if you watch that video, I made $3,000 worth of sales while I was gone. I said $1,500 at first. It wasn't, because I got paid out last Tuesday during break. It was actually $3,000 worth of sales while I was gone, which is great. So if you're not selling on eBay, guys, get to it. I'm not able to watch now, but I would like to later. I just want to make sure that I'll be able to. Yeah, this will be posted on Facebook and YouTube later, so you can watch it. You're on Facebook, you can watch it later. I just signed up for Depop. There you go, Mother Teresa. So Depop, your Depop hopefully will just pay for your Nifty for the month, right? A lot of people, that's their full time. I have buddies that do just Depop, and they make a full time on Depop. I don't get a ton of sales on Depop. I think it's because of what I'm selling. I don't really know, to be honest, but why not cross-list over there, especially if it's easy for you to cross-list? Boom, boom, boom. Cross-list over there. What's up, Flippin' Nurse? Thanks for popping in. I'm already locked out on Nifty. It won't connect. Just contact Nifty customer support. You'll have it figured out like within a few hours whenever they contact you. You shouldn't have any issue with that. On Depop, you shouldn't have an issue once you get it. Sometimes when I started Nifty and I started Poshmark right away, I cross-listed all my items really quickly. Poshmark thought I was a bot, so they banned my account, or they put a pause on my account. I just had to email Poshmark and tell them, hey, I'm not a bot, and they unpaused my account. Found a Peter Millar Masters, Viore pants, Lulu pants, all for $6.99 in a store, where Nike, Under Armour, etc. was $9.99 to $12.98. Don't give up. Walk into bad price. Yeah, don't give up if you walk into bad prices. That's why you watch these, and you watch other resellers. You find what they don't know about, and guess what? Viore's might not be popular in 3 years, and Goodwill's gonna know about Viore maybe by next year, and they'll price it up. There'll be another new brand. I've been doing it since 2016. I've seen it firsthand over and over and over again with brands. Roan is one of them. It doesn't sell like it used to. When it first came out, it did great. A great example of a button-up shirt, Messin in Maine. Those sold for $30, $40, $50. Now they don't sell for a whole lot. Thrift stores they don't know about them, but it's an example of something that's come in and gone out. They sell for about $20 now. But Collars & Co., that's a newer polo company. They sell really well. What sells on Depop? Right here, so you want to know. This is who you want to ask. Right here, nice comps. She does a lot of Depop. Depop's a lot of vintage stuff, a lot of culture, whatever, pop culture, anything like that sort of stuff, clothing, Y2K, Y3K, as you've talked about, and a lot of keywords are important on Depop. If you don't accept returns and someone tries to return because it's too large, do you contact eBay? Emily, so yeah, I accept returns. To be honest, I recommend everyone accept returns because usually eBay will side with them. But if you put the measurements in there and everything and they want to return it, that's on them. You do not accept returns. Desty, Depop is random and vintage. Yeah, so there you go. Desty, also, I mean, she could be full-time, but she's not. She's just hitting it everywhere. She says random and vintage. I just sold Collars & Co. There you go, Amy. Yeah, Collars & Co. Those don't, I found one and it sold like the same week that I listed it. There you go. Nice comps is telling you guys what to sell. My thrift store just started pricing up Lucky Brand and Peter Millar. They're always off the trends. I know, Nick. Ours started pricing up Lucky about a year ago. $20 a pair of jeans. I don't even get Lucky anymore. If it were $7 to sell for $20, it's so crazy. There's so many Lucky brands now in the aisle. They all end up at the bins. You know it, Nick. Now, I would buy it at the bins for $2. I just signed up for Posh, Depop, Mercari, and Nifty yesterday. I use your link. Hey, I appreciate it. Thank you. That helps the channel, and you will make more money. Promise you. Also, if you want to watch, you can watch that video I made on Nifty if you want to learn how to like set up your different things. But yeah, Nifty is the bomb. What I'm going to do real quick, if you are new, I did talk about it the other day. But I will also put a link down here for you. Paste. So if you want to try Nifty for 7 days, cross-lister automation tool, all that stuff, give it a try. I promise you, you will not regret it. You will make more money. 18 sales, 20 items this weekend. Let's go. Flippin' Nurse got it. $19.99, Lucky. Shut up. That is $19.99, Lucky. What the freaking heck? Shut up, Desty. Let's see. What else we got? John Mazda, it's been a minute. What is up with you? What's going up? Finally joined Nifty. Not sure why I waited. It paid for itself in the first 2 days. It's super easy to use. Plus, it eliminated the spreadsheets I've used for years. Boom. Exactly. So if you're watching this, guys, I'm telling you, K-Way uses Vindu now to cross-list over to Whatnot. He'll tell you all day long, Nifty is way better than Vindu. He had lists perfectly. He switched. It's an easy switch. How was my vacation? Good. Every vacation's good. But I'll be honest, I got the internet on the cruise and I listed stuff on the cruise too. I enjoy my job. It's not a job where I want to just completely detach and not think about it. That's just not what I've done. Even when I was a teacher. When I was a teacher, I loved detaching from teaching, but I did not detach from reselling. I loved reselling. I still do. I just always have. Mercari has been brutal. Depop passed Mercari for me now. I did 12K on Mercari last year and pacing around 2K this year. Ooh, hopefully it wakes up. Yeah, Mercari really shot themselves in the foot with their big change. They changed it where they took away seller fees and buyers had to pay the fees. I think that drove a lot of buyers away, and then they changed it back. They flip-floppers, big-time flip-floppers. I'm losing a lot of packages with USPS. Really? I have not had that problem. I'm sorry to hear that. I have not had a problem with USPS. I agree. I dated Vindu and married Nifty. There you go. Dated Vindu and married Nifty. I mean, Vindu was probably good to you for a while, right? And then it's like, you're old. I got to get with the new. Do you make your listings on a computer or your phone? George, good question. I actually list everything from my phone. So I take all my pictures from my phone with my photo station, and then I just list everything from my phone. So if I'm waiting in line at Goodwill, or I'm sitting and my wife's watching TV at night, I list from my phone. When I'm on the car ride coming home and my wife's driving, I'm listing. I list from my phone. I can list and list and list. I'm new to Poshmark, but I get tons of junk mail. This may be a silly question, but I delete the emails. No. So when you're new to Poshmark, you're going to get a ton of junk emails right off the start. They'll go away. Give it about 2 or 3 weeks, maybe a month max. They'll go away. I don't get any of those emails anymore. On Poshmark, honestly, all I look for are offers. I don't even look at emails. I just look for offers. Had 9 sales over the weekend on Poshmark. Just look at offers is what I do. I found a Goodwill that doesn't price up anything. I only found one red tag. It was Banana Republic. Where do you live so we can all come to you? That's what I want to know. Photo station. Yeah, I have a photo station. There's a video on my YouTube channel. The photo station I built. I really enjoy it. Really, really like it. Found a Collars & Co. about a month ago, and it sold the next day. I never heard of that brand before. Yes, such a good brand. Collars & Co. Collars & Co. I love Lucky Brand at the bins. It's gold if you price it at the bottom, for sure. So you find Lucky Brand for $2 at the bins or at a garage sale. You price it at the bottom of the market for, let's say, $16. That's the same difference as buying it for $5 or $6 and selling it for $20, right? So that, yeah, and you have less money invested into it. So more money to spend other places. Can you block on Poshmark scam? Can you block bad users? Just don't worry about it. They'll stop sending you emails. And it's going to be like, let me get your number. Let me send you questions outside of this. How much should we put aside for taxes? Good question. You'll have to talk to your CPA about that. I am paying my taxes today. So I have a wife that has a W-2 that would get money back, but because of my business, we pay taxes, which sucks, but it's part of it. I'd rather pay taxes, which means I'm making money than not, right? But how much should you put aside? Whatever your tax bracket is, I mean, you want to put aside 20% of your profit. I mean, that's where we are, around 25% of your profit a month. Welcome back from the cruise. Thanks, Larry. K-Way had a Surfs hoodie for sale last night. What? A Surfs hoodie for sale? He had a Surfs hoodie? What's he doing selling a Surfs hoodie? I own that guy. Don't forget. Finally did taxes yesterday. Thank God for the write-offs. Agree. So make sure, more importantly, DM, just as importantly, you want to keep track of all the write-offs. Your auto posture. I got to write that whole thing off from last year. $90 every month, write off. eBay store, write off. Like $10,000 worth of miles, write off. Tons of stuff. Bruh, can you even surf? Yeah, bruh. Dusty, I can't surf, but I vacation in the Caribbean where there are no big waves, so it doesn't even matter anymore. I just like the water. Coogee flex, right? I've not sold anything on Mercari for literally 3 months. Are there any tips to help? I wish I had more tips for you. I sold one thing on Mercari. It was a $27 pair of Viore shorts. My goal right now with Mercari and Depop, I'm still cross-listing over there. If it pays for my Nifty a month, which it does, that's really what I care about. Can it pay for my Nifty a month? That's kind of what I'm going with it. The write-offs are beautiful. Using a CPA, they're smart. We are not. A decent one pays for itself. 100%, Nick. 100% pays for itself. Polo Ralph Lauren pants. These are cargo pants. Polo Ralph Lauren. They're big. They're like a 40-something. They're a 42, 38. Really long. I mean, that's how long they are. I'm 6'2". 40. So really, really long pair of pants. They sold for $50. Shipping these out. These are going out priority. So I'm going to put them in a Tyvek envelope. What's up, Cruz and Nana? What's up, Stephanie? Found a Harrison Tweed blazer. Picked it up because of your video. Yep, Harrison Tweed. That's it. Now, it might not sell right away because obviously it's getting warmer out. It might. But in the fall and winter, you'll sell that quick, especially if you price it right. So putting this in one of these Tyvek envelopes. And remember, I got these little priority stickers from USPS.com for free. So I'm using those to tape up those envelopes. Since they're not really good, the adhesive isn't that great. But there that is. Paid $5 for those. By the way, my buy cost, if you're new here, is $5.25 for everything. Did I actually catch your live? Festive Flipper, what's up? Thanks for coming in. Yeah, ask some questions if you have any. What's up, Cruz? I already said hi, but you said hi back, so you just snuck in. I saw you come in. I found my first real vintage band t-shirt. Nothing crazy, but still excited. It's a Poison one. That's probably pretty crazy. If it's a vintage Poison t-shirt, Yeah, it's fun, especially since that's the hot thing right now. Everyone's looking for that. That's a fun thing to find. It's a fun thing to find. Heading into work, enjoy your day. All right, cruising, enjoy your day too. You have to have the long version of those stickers too. Covers the whole front. Do they have the long version? Ooh, these are not the long. I only got the 2-inch. Okay, Amy D, don't you say anything. All right, sold these at J. Crew shoes. What did I pay for these? $35. I paid up for these J. Crew shoes. J. Crew suede shoes. They sold for $75. 25 into 75. I wish I could do that all day. I wish I could go into a Goodwill and buy 100 pairs of $25 shoes and sell them all for $75 each. I do that every day, all day. So what I'll do with those are put those in a bag like this and then stick them in a 10 by 10 box. Amy D. Love the videos. Hey, appreciate it. Yeah, I'm going to definitely. So this is the plan, guys. Let's talk about it. I don't want to talk about what I'm going to do. I like to talk about what I did, and I haven't done it yet. But this is the plan. I did not thrift much over the winter, so I have not nearly as much spring and summer stuff to list. So I'm going to be thrifting a ton this spring. I'm going to be putting out more videos because I'll be in the thrift stores. And anytime people ask me questions or want me to do a video, I'm going to do it. Also, so you know, I'm going for a 30-minute walk every morning with my dog. I stopped drinking Monster and soda. And I'm also going to eat healthier. So wasn't happy with, so worst I've ever looked, most I've ever weighed. Not happy about it, so got to make a change. Along with that, I'm going to be listing more. I did find a Stafford Harris tweed in India and picked it out. Nicole, what a punk. Leave that stuff for me. What the heck? Now you know we have those. Now you're going to be up here all the time. Yeah, that Stafford will do better than a regular Harris tweed. Even though Stafford's not that great of a brand, if you can ever connect Harris tweed to a brand that's well known, you'll do well. Damn, I felt that. Yeah. Love those pay up flips. Paid for a farm reel yesterday. It will sell in a snap. You know it. Get that money back really quick. J. Crew shoes are worth money. Just depends what they are. So the reason these are worth money, it's because they're Alfred Sargent made for J. Crew. Alfred Sargent made for J. Crew. So I guess an expensive brand of shoes that were made for J. Crew. Let me get this in the box. So it's going to look like that. They're not going to bounce around because they're really tight in there. It's fitting real tight in the box for you. He's back. I know. I found two. Oh, I found a good flip flop. I found a good flip recently. Paid $2 for a pair of Emilio Pucci high heel shoes. I've never heard of that brand, but I'm gonna put it in here because I want to rewatch this later. Emilia Pucci. I'm really gonna try to get to know women's clothing better and list them. I know I said I'm doing whatnots with women's. I still might, but I've got to find as much as I can, as much inventory as I can. Love your doggy. I know. She was so happy to go on a walk this morning. Long walk. I mean, it was like a 30-minute walk. So, I still want that Coogee sweater. I don't know if I ever sell that. Because it's the one that got away. It's my Sergeant in a box. Yes, it is. You better bow down to it. Better get on your knees for that, Sergeant. All right. Outdoor Research. Really good brand to be on the lookout for. There's a couple things you want to look for. Here, I'm going to show you the regular tag. Outdoor Research. What I'm looking for is an OR. If you find an OR embroidered on it, that's what you're looking for. OR, Outdoor Research. This is like an REI brand. Sells really well. These are convertible pants, so you have your zip off right here. They can turn. These sell really well this time of year, all summer long. People use them people are taking their hiking trips this time of year, so they sell well. These sold for $34 via promoted listing. via promoted listing. Yeah, and those other shoes sold for $75. I think I told you that. I took a best offer. I have a Bijan. He doesn't shed either. It's nice. Yes, I grew up with Bijans. I think we got our first dog when I was in about 2nd or 3rd grade, and it was a Bijan, and we had Bijans the whole way through. Some were bad, some were good, but none of them listened. Bijans do not listen. These Allen Edmonds don't bring as much money as they used to, but when I'm paying $10 for some, I'm buying them. These are good looking. I didn't have to do anything to these shoes either. Allen Edmonds are easy to look up because you'll see on the inside, they have the name of the shoe. These are called the Sanford. These Sanford shoes, I took a best offer of $37. $37 for these. And these are going priority in one of these priority shoe boxes. Get them free from the post office. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. Rolling the Stones. Who forgot to invite me to this crazy party? My bad. I had started a little earlier this morning because we got stuff to ship, you know? Do you still pick up coats or heavy sweaters? I'm concentrating on summer now. Yes. Good question, Tony P. Yes. I pick up everything all year round. Anything that I know I can flip and make money on all year round. For example, we just talked about Harris Tweed. That's something I'll pick up and I'll put it in a bin and I'll put it in my storage unit and save it for the fall. And the reason I do that is because I have spring and summer stuff to list right now. Now, if I had nothing to list, I would list it. But yes, I pick up all those items. So right now, my storage unit probably has 12 bins full of winter clothes and fall clothes, flannels, jackets, jeans, corduroy pants, all that stuff. So when winter and fall comes, I have all this inventory that everyone else is looking for. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. You put a piece of paper in here so Ethan Banks doesn't get mad. Let's see. Appreciate your videos. They're really helpful. You're welcome. Of my sourcing game, found a pair of Filson shorts, 2 poncho shirts over the weekend. They've already sold. Let's go, Justin. I mean, that's like a dream thrift day. Filson and poncho. Filson is, gosh, such a good brand. Every single time I watch you, an item sells. It's clutch. I should go live more often. Yeah, I should go live more often. Shouldn't I? Shouldn't I? I should. If you're getting more sales, I don't think I've sold anything on live. So I need to watch your live later. Allen Edmonds sits for a long time, but always sells. For sure. So, Nick, what I did, which you probably, I'm just telling the chat. I actually priced these down a little bit because they have been sitting for a lot longer. When I used to pick these up, when I first started reselling, these would sell for like quick, pretty good money, like $70. They don't really sell for that as much anymore. The bottoms aren't that important. So I kind of price them cheap because I want to sell them. If I bought them for $10, I'm fine selling them for $37. And these sold within a week. How do I know that? I took pictures of all the shoes that I had. You're going to see I'm selling lots of shoes. I took a picture of all the shoes I had, and I listed those while we were driving to Florida. So lots of shoes. I got bananas, y'all. Be watching me on IG and YouTube. Okay, that's where I watch you anyways. You know that. I watch you on YouTube. I'm like the lone person over there. It's a nice comp. Watcher on YouTube and IG. You must have been hanging out with K-Way too much. You guys get bananas. All right, let's make sure this is going to the right person. Bought those for 10, sold them for 37. Heading out the door. This next item was a Nifty sale. Nifty sent out an offer. And someone bought it for $17.10. So unlike Vendu, you don't have to have your computer on or your Vendu open for it to send out offers. Nifty sends it out when you're sleeping. So someone bought this. It's a short par 4 3XL. This is not a brand I recommend picking up, but it was a 3XL, so I picked it up. $17.10. I will take it. Got how were your sales over the weekend? I only had 6 on eBay, 1 each on the other. Very slow. The best mama. My sales were good over the weekend. My sales have been good the past 4 weeks. I don't know if because I've been listing really consistently, even when I was on vacation. I don't know if it's because I've been listing in-season items. I don't know. I really don't know. But my sales have been good. I don't know if it's because I'm promoting. I don't know if it's because Nifty's doing all the sharing and stuff on Poshmark and sending out offers. But with all those things combined, my sales have been good. So those are some tips to give, I guess. Do you not take the price off the bottom of the shoes? I don't. I leave them there. What's up, Angry Otter Reacts? What's up? How's it going, crazy cool kids? If you just start looking in-season stuff, Susan, you're competing with other resellers and the regular shoppers for sure. But I will say this. Our Goodwills put out tons of jackets in the winter. They don't put many jackets out this time of year. So if you do want to buy some off-season stuff, I highly recommend going to the bins because I know for a fact that our Goodwills, they hoard some of the good stuff, but they send a lot of their jackets to the bins this time of year. I just found my first 2 Psycho Bunny golf shirts. Let's go. I also got a Peter Millar Summer Comfort and 2 RLX and 2 Grayson. I gave $50 for the bundle. That's a good deal. Psycho Bunny will sell quick. Peter Millar, Grayson will sell super quick. Grayson's been actually selling really well for me. Probably because I've been pricing it accordingly. Let's see. Sold my best bundle ever. One person bought 7 cool shirts on Poshmark. Will. Congratulations, number 1. Number 2, that's something I love about Poshmark. You get bundles, lots of bundles. Allen Edmonds shoes are like $600 to $2,000 shoes. It's $2,000 for a pair of shoes. I know, madness. And to be honest, a cobbler can just make the bottom look brand new and the tops already look new. So if you're looking for some nice dress shoes, Allen Edmonds on eBay, go to a shoe cobbler, get them fixed, you're good. Team Awala, by the way. Team Awala. Don't at me with your Stanley. When is Autoposher? When is Nifty going to add Etsy? Good question. The goal was by the end of Q1. That didn't happen. So I don't know. They're adding it. Say she because she is the owner. They're adding a ton of AI stuff. So much AI stuff on there, which is benefiting a lot of people. But yeah, we need to get some more platforms on there. I don't really care about Etsy, but I would like Whatnot to unload like women's clothing or whatever. I found the ultimate yard sale this weekend. A reseller had too much stuff. Get out of games. Got so much good stuff for maybe 50 cents each. I can't wait to list the cool stuff. Nice. Yeah, guys, house sale or yard sales, garage sales, it's the time to do it. I did a sale this weekend trying to raise money for my friend. It all did, offering 50% off the sale price. It did great. Okay. 50% off the sale price for your sale, and it did great. Yeah, sometimes you just have to clear out. You have to clear out, make that money. Haven't found Cool Brand yet. It's awesome, though. Congrats. Yeah, Cool Brand is a good brand to be on the lookout for sure. Taking inspiration from you. What, Nick? What inspiration would you take from me? I feel like we should all photograph fake Ralph Lauren and thank K-Way Shop in the post. Oh, yeah. I know, right? That's what we should do. I need to do that more often. That's a good idea. Make a picture of fake Polo Ralph Lauren when I find it and tag K-Way and say, thanks, K-Way, for teaching me Polo Ralph Lauren. Ha! I love it, Nick. That's totally my personality. I have Allen Edmonds just sitting right now. I wonder if I priced them too high. Probably. They used to sell for more than what they do now. I just sold those for $37. So I don't know. G McGill, what's up? Or is it C? My bad. C McGill, what's up? Cruise is great. I ate too much food, but that's what you do on a cruise. You eat a lot of food. This is what you do. Okay. So I was really on the fence about buying these. These are Clarks. But if you find Clarks with this gum bottom, that gum shoe bottom, they do well. These were new with tags. They were $20. I was hesitant, but I knew I could resell these and make money. I sold these. I took a best offer for $56. So 20 into 56. I'll do that again all day long. These are going out ground. Again, Clark, not a brand I'd be picking up usually, but these are in new condition. If they don't have this heel right here, a lot of times they're called like the Wallaby, I think. It was a good weekend for us. So 26, I believe. Same consistent listing on Nifty. Use Surf's link. Oh, appreciate that. Yeah. Want a link for Nifty you're on TikTok. I didn't link it over there on Facebook. Facebook and YouTube, I linked it. TikTok, I have a link in my link tree. Yeah, good sales. You got it. You got to diversify. Got to diversify. Welcome back. Thanks, Sophia. Teaches back. Teaches back. It's already 90 degrees here. The garage sale signs are popping up everywhere. Let's go. 90 degrees in the spring. Woo! Woo! That is hot. 90 degrees in the spring. Boy, where do you live? The Caribbean? That's where I was. It wasn't even 90 down there. It's crazy. Yeah, Clark's Wallaby is so good and fast. Mr. White, if you know, you know. Mr. White. Did Mr. White wear that? Are you talking about Mr. White? Is that from Breaking Bad? The teacher, did he wear those? Clark's Wallabies have a square toe. There you go. Square toe. Yeah, and they don't have that little heel. So I knew these weren't Wallabies. They're actually called the Desert Boot, but I knew they would do well. $20 into 56 again. I'll take that all day. Sometimes you have to pay up. I'm fine with that. I'll pay up all day long. That's Texas for you. Dang, Texas. Dang, Texas. Uh-oh. Running out of tape. Got to get some new tape. Make sure these are going to the right buyer. You see me over here. I'm just taking off the labels, putting them on, making sure they go to the right buyer. Midwest, we are still freezing. Garage sales are going to be late this year. I know, Nick. I'm glad I'm back, though, to find them. But, yeah, this morning, you're up in Chicago. It was kind of mild this morning. Mr. White is Reservoir Dogs. I can't relate. That's why I couldn't. I have not seen Reservoir Dogs. I've heard of Reservoir Dogs. I've not seen it. New Tan, who dis? What's up, girl? What's up? Yeah, new tan, right? You're going to enjoy it for about a week, and then it's going to be peeled off. 90 on Saturday, hit 64 garage sales in a day. Holy crap. I hope you got a lot of stuff. So those Clarks sold for 56 bucks. Next item. I've been pricing these down. I used to price these at about $23. I'm not now. I'm pricing these at $18, and they're selling super quick. So these are Under Armour Match Play shorts. I can find these still for $3.99, $17.99. I sold at least 2 or 3 pairs of these, you'll see, while I was gone. Actually, I might have already packed some that sold. How are you kicking the caffeine? Cold turkey. See, Rich? Cold turkey. Just no caffeine. You guys know I have a lot of energy anyways. So just no caffeine. I'm not going to drink coffee or anything. No caffeine. I've done it before. Another one of these. I don't really need to talk about these. I talked about them earlier. If you missed it, I'll mention it real fast. Bought a whole bunch of these, like 60 of them for $10 a piece. A big bulk deal. And I've been selling them for $29.99 each. They're just a Ralph Lauren with the cut tag, new tags. A completely stuffed car. Found most of my on Whatnot. Let's go. Okay. I think I saw a picture of that. Actually, I think I saw a picture of the back of your car. It might have been from last week, though. I saw a picture full of stuff. It's nice here in Tennessee, besides the tornadoes, of course. For real. For real. Oh, my gosh. Guys, let me make sure. Whoa. Ricky. Okay, Ricky. Guys, I had a tornado come through my neighborhood. I'm not making that up. I don't exaggerate. Literally 3 blocks, like neighborhood blocks, which are just streets, like 2 houses, a block, 2 houses, a block. 3 blocks over, we had a tornado go through our neighborhood. It was an EF1, but it still ripped a couple roofs off. It tore all the trees down. It was nuts. I think it was 1 or 2. Might have been a 2. Neighbor in Mississippi. There you go. You guys are talking Mississippi in the house. MISSISSIPPI. Got a question about ties. Picked up 15 Armani ties for $2.99 each. New. How do you determine the price when comps are anywhere between $20 and $100? okay. You paid $3 a piece and they're brand new Armani ties. I would just look for similar patterns. Otherwise, I would just look at like the average sold price of new ones. My guess is probably around like 40 to $50 is probably where they're at on eBay. I'm in Central Ohio. I remember those storms from last week. Glad your family okay. Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, those storms are crazy, right? But it's just that time of year, spring. Got the cold front and the cold and the warm. We learned that in elementary. Mix up tornadoes. I only get energy drinks when I go into the office. Other than that, no caffeine. There you go, Creekside. Yeah, nothing wrong with it. As you know, I've been drinking them forever. It just, I decided I'm going to change some stuff in my life. That's all. Energy drinks is one of them. Get my roof check for high winds. Actually, Tracy, it was crazy. So I was watching the whole time. I was not in my basement. My family was. I actually have video. The wind at my house wasn't that crazy. In fact, we didn't even have branches down in our yard. It was nuts. Crazier than that, though, there was a few pieces of insulation I found in my yard yesterday when I mowed. So somehow that flew in the air and came into our yard. But yeah, our wind wasn't that bad, but good thinking. I can't say that, but I will post that. Goodbye, caffeine. Hello. Kathy's here. Okay, perfect temp. Close to San Antonio, Texas. We had a cold front out of nowhere last weekend, and this weekend hit 92. Texas weather's crazy. Yeah, that's spring, right? One day it could be snowing, the next day it could be 80. Causing trouble on K-Way's Whatnot last night. I tried not to in K-Way's Whatnot last night because it was such a fast-paced show. I'm just good at reading people, especially K-Way. Like, I know he was in a groove, and I wasn't trying to mess that up with his show. So I wasn't coming in there giving him a hard time. I had to come in there and say one or two things. But, yeah, no. Tennessee, let's go. I just drove through Knoxville and Lexington yesterday, 2 days ago. Hey, Hutch, what's up? Oh, you guys are talking to each other. Search the RN number from the tag on the ties. There you go. Good morning from North Georgia. What's up, North Georgia? Drove through you. Went to your, I think I went to your Buc-ee's up in North Georgia. Walton, right? I think it was Walton. This is a Brioni blazer. Guys, I have so many blazers and suits to list and take photos of. I hate it, but I have them already hanging down by my photo station. Brioni. That is a brand you want to be on the lookout for. Really good brand. This Brioni blazer sold for $129. Best. I didn't take a best offer, just sold. So maybe Nifty, I don't know, shared it or something. I don't know. He did great. No, it was so. I need to make fun of him. He's in there trying to be big dog, trying to be, what's that dude's name? Blazendary going. Look at him fumbling in there. He was fumbling. Kayla had to pick him up off the ground. I mean, I can't judge because I've never done one that fast, but I'm going to judge him for sure. Up there fumbling in his Whatnot. If you don't watch K-Way's Whatnot last night, he was doing all new attacks. So he was like, we have it in large. Ready, set, go. Swipe. All right, another one. Go. Swipe. Extra large. Only have two. Go. And he like fumbled a few of them. Kayla had to pick him up. Gosh, it was embarrassing. I'd be embarrassed for that guy. All right, here we go. This one sold. It is going international. So if it doesn't fit, sorry about you. If you do international sales on eBay, you don't have to worry about returns pretty much. My Buc-ee's is in Calhoun. Okay, Calhoun. That's where it was. Calhoun, right? That's near Wall. Okay, that's where we were. His Whatnot was so good. It was sick. Wasn't it sick? His bank account isn't embarrassed this morning. Oh, no, it's not. His bank account's looking good after that Whatnot. Here's another one of those shirts, 10 into 30. So great with these shirts. Take pictures of one, quantity of 60, and they just sell nonstop. Yeah, 10K show. Yeah, he did a $10,000 show. Crazy. All new with tags. All new with tags. I think from when I watched it, it was all new with tags. It's a really good show. I don't know if Whatnot lets you go back and watch shows anymore unless you buy something. I'm not sure, but you can go back if you don't follow them and watch that. This is an Eddie Bauer Travex. Travex Eddie Bauer. I pick Travex up, especially if they're a good size. These are a size 38, 32, so they can fit a lot of different people. They sold for $19.99. And I think I bought like 8 pairs of these when I bought them. This is a brand, this is a pair of pants that most people will pass up on. And not me. Not me. Travex, if it's priced right, I'm gonna pick it up, especially if you find the blazers. Especially if you find the blazers. Let's see. Going in here. Boop, boop. Donald got it. Next item is a pair of shoes. Told you I sold a lot of shoes. I listed a lot of shoes while I was gone and sold a lot. These are Cole Haan, and they are like a leather suede tip. These were, they don't have the price on the bottom, but I know they were super cheap. Those are going out ground. Those are going out ground. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pack each one in one of these, and then I'm going to put it in a poly mailer. These are going to go in a poly mailer. So there's one, and I'm going to put it in eBay a little bit thicker. Carolyn, good morning. What's up? What do you think about rebranding after a year to niche into something more specific? Tam, there's nothing. Yeah, no, you got it. You got to do it. So to explain more. Explain more. Rebranding. I mean, so for example, let's talk about K-Way since we were just talking about them. K-Way has always resold on eBay and all those other sites. He's starting to shift more to Whatnot because he's doing well on there. That's where he's getting more money. And when it comes down to it, you're doing this to make more money for your family or whatever. So he's kind of rebranding himself and going a lot on Whatnot. He's clearancing out a lot of his stuff that he has on eBay. That's also for his move. But also he stopped listing on Mercari. So it's okay to rebrand yourself. Now you're talking about like different eBay store name and all that stuff. Yeah, totally fine. I renamed my store when I started social media. I sold on eBay from 2001 till 2022 or 23 is when I started social media. I changed my name on social media. Do you buy any cool vintage of Chaps, Ralph Lauren, or Polo Association like leather jackets, bomber jackets? No. So Polo Association is not related to Ralph Lauren. I don't. Chaps, I'm going to show you real quick. Hey, thank you. Appreciate it. All right, let's look real quick. I'm going to show you. So eBay, we're going to do this in real time. If you guys are on TikTok, you guys can come over and watch us on YouTube or Facebook where I'm live. I'm sharing my screen. We're going to look up vintage Chaps Ralph Lauren. Whoops. Chaps Ralph Lauren. And what we're going to do, and that's the one right there that I see the most. It's the sweater with the American flag. But what I'm going to do is come down and look up pre-owned. And then we're going to look at sold. Come down and look at sold. And then what I'm going to do is do a filter, sort these by highest first. So price, shipping, and highest first. So here we go. We're a vintage Chaps Ralph Lauren, and these are all jackets. So let's look a couple pages in because you're usually not going to find jackets. We're on the first page of Chaps Ralph Lauren, the highest price that have sold in the last 90 days. And on the first page at the bottom, we're going down in the 60s and 70s. If that goes to show you, there are really not a lot of high-end vintage Chaps Ralph Lauren stuff. So we're going to get down here. Let's go to page 4. Page 4. $30, $20, $20. So out of however many items sold, out of over 1,100 results that have sold in vintage Chaps Ralph Lauren, we're only through like the first 50, and you're starting to look at $30 and less. So long story short, no, I don't look for a lot of chaps Ralph Lauren. Some of this really crazy looking stuff I'll pick up. And I know you would too, would catch your eye. But the American flag sweater is usually the best. Those sell the best, American flag sweater. So nope, I don't really pick up much chaps Ralph Lauren at all. Anyone have advice on how to get started on Whatnot? To get started on Whatnot, it's easy. It's easy. I would start with curating a show, get stuff where you won't lose money, or you're not afraid to lose a lot of money. You can start your items off at $5 if your buy cost is $5, or if you just want to get people in there, you gotta have a good personality and bring good stuff. Both of those are one or the other. How about vintage Tommy Hilfiger? Kind of the same thing, but a little bit better than chaps. Anyone know how to get black sale price off the bottom of a shoe? I tried everything. There you go. You guys can talk to each other about that one. How much were those Cole Haans? I forget. Probably about $10. Should do the whole working other jobs. I want to niche more dressy, like suits, blazers, button-ups, and dress shoes. Yeah, you get TAMs. You can totally do that. You can change your store. You can change your logo. You know, eBay is more of a search-driven. Like everything that I've sold so far and talked about today, none of them has been a repeat buyer. So yeah, I would totally rebrand. No problem with doing that. Bakery at home, probably live stream. I'm baking. I'm also debating about Posh live shows. I've never done a Posh live show before, so I can't help you. But I've done plenty of Whatnots, and I like them. If you can make money on there, they're good. I kind of sell stuff on there that I don't want to list on eBay. So it's women's clothing. These are on cloud little hiking shoes. I paid $9 for them. You can see on the bottom. Again, I don't take that off. You guys can't see it's in silver. There you go. $9 for these little on clouds. They were dirty. Cleaned them up, put them in the washer. They sold for $40. $40. And they're going to Naples, Florida? Oh, Miami. So these sold for $40. Going to put these in a poly mailer as well. Send them out the door. I recently heard another reseller mention that Calvin Klein is selling right now. How do you feel about the Calvin Klein? I feel like I don't pick it up. If the other reseller said they're selling it, then they're selling it. Just check their store, double check. But the reason I don't pick it up still is because if you were to go into a Ross right now, it's full of Calvin Klein for $20 or less. So just depends on what it is. Maybe it's vintage or something like that. So these on clouds at $9 into $40. They're like a hiking. You saw the bottom. They were a hiking on cloud. They were women's. And that is that. Out the door. So you don't have to send shoes in a box. You can send them in a poly mailer. I send all my tennis shoes usually in a poly mailer. These are really good. So I could just tell right away they were good quality. Leather. They had this zipper. And then this looked familiar. The inside with those perforations right there. What's the brand? It starts with an M. M-E-H. Something like that. It's like a line of that. It's a subline of that brand. Really good brand of shoe. These were $20 as well. $20 for these. Unworn condition. You can see right there. Didn't even have to clean them. Unworn condition sold for $81. 20 into 81. I'll do it all day. All day. I never found those shoes before. I never found those. Poly shoes aren't fun. How about a long box cell, Amy? What are these again? 14 inches. I know that's a big box. Don't lie. That's a big old box. Yes, that brand right there. Whoops. Yes. Yep. MEPHISTO. Mephisto, whatever it is. I can't pronounce it. I just know what to look for. But they have those perforated soles down there a lot of times, and the writing looks similar. So it's an off-brand of those. It's an off-brand of those. Putting these in a bag and then in one of these priority boxes because I ship nicer shoes in these boxes like this. And then, of course, a little... Actually, this one doesn't need more paper. I see your questions. Give me a sec. I love being back on with you guys. Honestly, I miss you. I love talking. I love questions. You guys are my coworkers. Y'all are my coworkers. Question. Can you use priority box and place it in a poly bag and ship it ground? No. Tanya, you can't do that. No. That's against the law, I think. I think that's against the law. So these are free from USPS.com. The question is, can you use one of these and then put this in a poly mailer? You're not supposed to. Okay? I'm going to say no. Have I seen it done before? Yes. You can even see on the inside they put priority on there so people don't flip them inside out, which I'm sure they did at one time. You know, it wouldn't be a day without selling a Polo Ralph Lauren button down. The collar's button down, so that's a button down shirt. Hey, Ford, what's up? Thanks for the heart. $18. $18 for this. I must say, on the cruise, we had 2 formal nights. I wore Ralph Lauren button-up shirt like this with a gold button blazer on one night with the Ralph Lauren tie, and then I wore a Brooks Brothers tie the next night, different, with a different Ralph Lauren shirt and a gold button blazer. All thrifted. There we go. What's up, Annie? Found a Ferragamo and Drake tie the other day. Thanks to you and K-Way. Ooh, Ferragamo tie. Drake must be a K-Way because that one I have not told people about because I don't ever find it. Never see me talking about that. $5 into 18. Love my Polo Ralph Lauren. I'll just give me 100 of those shirts and I'll be happy. Good morning. Welcome back. Thanks, Dora. Welcome. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for stopping in. I have time away scheduled in a few days. How do I handle return that is coming back while I'm gone? No big deal, Karen. It will get returned, and sometimes eBay will go ahead and refund the buyer. Oh, gosh, it's Agnes. Ugh. Get out of here, Agnes. What are you doing in here? We're having a happy Monday. Don't ruin it for us. But yeah, I had a return too. I just give the refund when I get home. I've had probably 1 out of 300 returns be like a fake return. Someone shipped something that wasn't the same thing. So a lot of times when I get a return, if I'm on vacation or whatever, I'll just, once I see it return to my P.O. box, I'll refund them the price. No big deal. And if you did miss it from earlier in the live, last night I put out, I thought might as well do it. I put out a little video about vacation mode. So if you decide to take a break from your stores on Poshmark, eBay, Mercari, Depop, and how to do vacation mode, I put a video on that about that out on YouTube and Facebook. This piece is awesome. This is a Polo Country denim jacket. It is, here's what it looks like. This is the older Polo Country. Older Polo Country. This sold for $67.50. $67.50. I'm guessing that's a Nifty sale. Just came back from vacation. Yeah, I know. I see that frown face. I'm not mad about coming back. I know. It's not what you want to hear. But it's like, I love vacation. I don't want to leave vacation, but I'm not mad when I come home. Get a thrift. Get to talk to you guys. Get to do all that stuff. Get to make money for the next vacation. What's up, JT? What's up, JT? Can you keep it down? I'm trying to do TikTok videos. TikTok shop. My bad, JT. JT, TikTok shop videos doing well. Another great way to make income, guys. If you're looking for a way to make income, TikTok shop videos. I mean, it's not easy, just like reselling. This is not easy. It's not easy to getting to know all the brands, to know how much to price stuff for, to figure out shipping, all that stuff. But eventually, it pays off, right? JT knows. I don't do TikTok shop, but I have enough friends that do it that it's work. You put a lot of time in before you start seeing results, and then you get consistent money. Do you ever go to the bins in Indy? It's close. It's closest to me, but I've never been. Yeah, I've gone to the bins multiple times in Indy. We have 3, I think. I go to the one on the west side, and I've done okay there. I'm just not a bins person, but yeah, I've done okay there. Oh, my bad. I'm missing some comments. Do you let those on cloud air dry, put them in the water, or did you put them in the dryer? Good question. You know what? I let all my shoes air dry. Good question. So if I have to put them in the washer, I'll let them air dry. Many times I just do the soles and that's it. And I let them air dry. I never put my shoes in a washer. It was a long week without my lives. Thank you. I learned so much from you in reading your comments. Yeah, right? We read each other's comments too. Appreciate you. Went to Ben's in LA while on vacation. How'd it go? Let us know. How did it go at the Ben's in LA? I went to Goodwill's in LA. Trust me. In Florida and on the way back, there were plenty of Goodwills I wanted to go to, but wifey wouldn't let me. Yeah, wifey, if you're watching this, you did not let me. Tell the truth. Are there any Ralph Lauren non-polo button-down long sleeve shirts you don't pick up? Like ones without the pony? Yes. So, Greg, I haven't been picking up ones that have the numbers on it. So if they're like a 16, 17 and a half, those types, those are a little bit harder to sell because they have the neck size and they also have the sleeve length. So you're getting into like the more of a niche. Someone has to be that exact neck size and that exact sleeve length for people to buy it for the most part. So I stay away from the ones with the number sizes. How are the Goodwills in LA? Man, people want to talk about. I went to 2 of them while I was there, and I did fine. I bought stuff and made money on it, so I did fine. Got a few good items. Okay, hippie, few good items. Do you have many repeat buyers, Danny? What's up? No, I don't. On eBay, I didn't have 1 repeat buyer. Last night I had 70 something items to ship. This morning I'm shipping 29. That's what sold over the weekend. Yesterday I shipped everything that sold on break. I haven't had 1 repeat buyer on any of this stuff. Another one of those polo shirts that I bought new with tags, $10 a piece for all of them. And when I bought all these polo shirts, I bought probably 70 sweaters as well. So I have 2 bins full of Polo Ralph Lauren sweaters that I bought for $10 a piece that I'll be getting out in the winter. Oh, there he is. I saw him. Gosh, my heart flutters when I see him. My heart flutters when I see him. What's up, Bearded? I decided to start working again. Yes, I decided to start working again. What's it say under you? Sent a rose to your live. You sent a rose to my live. Look, this is how cheap Bearded is. TikTok decided to tell me that he sent a rose to my live in June 28th, 2023. That's the last time he has sent me a rose. It's been almost 2 years. What a punk. What a punk. Agnes sweaters. I know. Agnes, I do like you, though. I have a doll that looks just like you. What's up, Blended? Let's see. How do you feel about Walter Hagen printed polos? I can pick them up for $5.99. I do not pick up any of those up. Unless they're new with tags for $5, I don't pick a single one up. Nope, not me. Mr. Positive Energy last week. Hey, let's go. That's what we're doing. Do you buy Lulu without size tag? Yes. Pants. I just had a pair. Lulu pants for sure. Yeah, I buy Lulu pants, but it has to be more of an in style, and men's sizes sell best. Next item. Bought these retail arbitrage over the winter. Actually, online arbitrage. William Murray. I paid less than $20 a piece for these. New with tags. I sold it for $37.99. It's hard being this glamorous. I know. Who are you telling? You're speaking to the choir. I buy them for you in person now. No, you don't. Don't try to woo me. By the way, Bearded's going to some reseller. Did you guys hear about a reseller event in Nashville? Bearded's going to a reseller event in Nashville. He tried to get me to go, but I told him I'm not going because I don't get a lot of time. My wife's not going to be like, yeah, go wherever you want, whenever. And I coach my son's soccer team. So if I'm going to take 2 or 3 days off, 2 days off, I'm going thrifting the whole time. And it would be with you, Bearded. Do I ever find Thome Brown? No, I don't. I don't know if I've ever heard of that brand. Thanks, Shiat, for the rose. At least someone gives me a rose. What's the event? I live close to Nashville. I don't know. Bearded, are you still in here? Talk about the event. I have no idea what it is. Late arrival. No, I was early start, so it's my fault, not yours. Top 3 Bolo brands most people wouldn't say. Ooh. Bolo brands people wouldn't say. Well, let's talk about one we talked about earlier. Collars & Co. is a brand right now that I would pick up. Collars & Co. It's a good brand, sells very quick. A lot of people used to say Polo Ralph Lauren, but I'm not going to say it because they sell it all the time. Prana pants. I love picking up Prana pants. Prana pants are good. A third one that people won't say. I mean, I could say Robot Filson, all these things, but another one that people don't usually say or talk about, Levi's denim shirts. Levi's denim shirts is a good one. Okay, here we go. Bearded said Nashville Flipper is hosting. I believe it's on his Instagram. So Nashville Flipper on Instagram is hosting a reseller meetup, according to the Bearded Thrifter. So if you go to Nashville and there's no reseller meetup, go after that guy. It's his fault. Hey, thanks, You're Too Funny, for the rose. Glad someone's giving them to me. Hope it's all good. Headed out thrifting, cleared up the death pile. Gotta stay. Let's go. Go get some more. Build up that death pile again. Have fun. Good luck. What's the Orvis rules again? Greg, I usually look for Trout Bum, which I actually sold one. Already packed it yesterday because it sold over the. So Trout Bum, it usually has a fish on it. So if you see Orvis with the outline of a fish, that's usually a pickup, or like a heavy duty, like canvasy, a leather, a corduroy, something like that. No, I'm not a late arrival to this. Oh, no, I'm a late arrival to this morning. That's why I said you're late to this. I was early getting on, so I'm going to be early getting off as well. From what I heard, lots of YouTubers are going to be over there, like 200 people, but I don't know. Yeah, Bearded wants to go because he's got a lot of followers and he thinks he's a big deal. So he's like, oh, I was invited, so I'm going to go because I got a lot of followers. I could probably sell my autograph to people. So I'm going to go to this reseller event. These are 511 tactical shorts, cargo shorts, $17.99. By the way, if you ever go into a Bearded Thrifter's whatnot, he's too nice in there. I tried to say inappropriate things and he doesn't go with it. But when we're together, totally inappropriate. I know. See? Wow, getting off early. I know. I thought the same thing. You're too funny. You get it. You're too funny. Thought the same thing. That's why you saw me smirking. Good morning. What's up, Inel? Glad you came in. Found my first Loro Piana pants. Woo! If they're Loro Piana, the brand, oh, so good. Congratulations. Yeah, that's something that's like once every 3 years for me. Do you find it more difficult to sell women and children items being a male seller? I do much better with men's clothing. Fred, I feel like, I don't want to speak for everyone, but I feel like I've heard a lot of people over the years say men's clothing is easier to sell. So I think Tam's in here. She did. Getting off early. Poor Duchess. God, guys, leave me alone. What the freaking heck? But yeah, men's is usually easier. This is a Prana. I usually don't pick up Prana tops, but this was a sweater hoodie. Really nice, heavy duty sweater hoodie. I do not pick up Prana tops very often, just the pants and shorts. But this sold for $19.99. I'm happy to sell this right now. What's up, Kit Kat? It's Shipper Brad. Did you see I sold a polo, tagged you in it 2 weeks ago? No, I saw the polo you got. Was it the one with the all over print? I think I saw that one. Kit Kat. Did you send me the red Polo Ralph Lauren, or did the blue Polo Ralph Lauren Hawaiian shirt? Did you send me the red or the blue? Because I wore the red one on spring break during Hawaiian night. During a Hawaiian night. Matthew. When people send stuff to me, I don't sell it. Did you pick up medium and good brand? Do you pick up medium and good brands? Yeah, of course. I'll pick up small and good brands. Poncho shirts are selling really well. Yeah, Poncho's a really good brand. I don't find that very much. Yes, Loro Piana 5-pocket non-denim jeans. There you go. That's what you want. Loro Piana jeans that are the brand Loro Piana. That's perfect. That is perfect. Men's definitely have fewer returns, Reisner says. So Reisner says men's have fewer returns. I'm going to agree with Reisner on that. Next item. This sold via Nifty. Nifty sent out an offer while I was doing whatever I was doing, driving home. Carbon to cobalt. Oh gosh, I gotta remember it. Reisner's in here. Gauze. So this is a gauze flannel. It's got the 2 liner. It's got the outside and the inside, like the liner, like gauze. Am I right, Reisner? Am I right? I've just sold 2 things. Sent you the red one. Yep, that's the one I wore. So carbon to cobalt, sold it for $19.80, paid $5 for it. Nifty sent out an offer for that one. Men's stays in style longer too, whereas women's changes frequently. No desire to do women's. Yeah, women's changes so quick. I agree. Men are going to be wearing Polo Ralph Lauren from 1992 until 2032. Are you going to just got an eBay offer? Let's go. See, when you watch me, you get eBay offers. You're going to have a Bearded said, oh, I can hustle all day. You guys are going together. I can hustle all day and Bearded are sleeping in a hotel together. You're cheating on me. That's okay. You got to get yours. Get yours too. I was on a cruise all week. Get mine without you. Double gauze. Okay, double gauze. Double gauze. Razors over here everywhere. I thrifted a Gucci shirt a couple of weeks ago for less than $10. Hope it's legit. You can usually find pretty easily with the stitching and the tag if it's legit or not. Next item is a pair of chubby shorts. Get that chubby. Chubby shorts. These were $3.99 and I sold them for $15.30. Another Nifty sale. $15.30. I pass on so much carbon to cobalt. You know what, Stephanie? I do too now. I pass up on a lot of carbon to cobalt. I didn't used to. I used to buy it all, but I passed up on quite a bit now. That one was a double pocket, double gauze, so I picked that one up. But carbon to cobalt, I've said it for about 2 years now. There's going to be a day where I stop getting it, and that day's pretty much come. And this is another one of those Polo Ralph Lauren things. You started it. What? What did I start? Cheating on you? Whatever. That's fine. I know when you're gone, and I know where you're living. I know where your house is. I know your wife lives there, so I'm just saying. 2032 isn't that far away. Dang it. It isn't. 7 years. Crap. The good news is, when I think about that, I'll have my house paid off by then, hopefully. That's what I think about. If I really wanted to buckle down before that, but. All right. Tiger Woods. Let's talk about that in a second too. Tiger Woods. This is a new with tags, older Tiger Woods cotton, but I bought it because it was new with tags. I sold it for $36. 5 into 36. I'll take it all day. I passed on carbon and cobalt pants. Don't lose sleep over that, Brittany. No big deal. It's no big deal. You're not gonna. You didn't pass up on. You passed up on maybe $20. That might sit for a while. What's up, Bailey Thrifts? How about men's jeans? What are some good sellers? Men's jeans, Levi's 501, anything Levi's made in the USA. Let's start there. Anything Levi's made in the USA. So your older silver tab, your older orange tab, all those. 560s, anything that's made in the USA is a good pickup. Usually. See, it still says bearded. Just send me a rose. Just send me a rose because it tells me you haven't sent me a rose in 2 years. I had a big thrifty weekend and found so many good brands. Oh, there you go. Never. That is Harbor Fate. Harbor. What's up, Harbor? Good. Big thrifting weekend and found so many good brands. That's hopefully going to be me the next couple weeks. I'm going thrifting hardcore. So if you live in Indy area, you're going to see me out and about. Do you see Surf's modeling as Ralph Lauren fit on the cruise? He cleans up really good. Thanks, Sophia. Yeah, I got to lose the weight. I got some weight to lose. But I was like, you know what, Shelby? I'm going to talk about what I thrifted. What I should have talked about, too, which I'll do next time, is talk about how much I paid for each item. This is my $15 fit. This is how much I paid, $15, and I'll show everything off. Another Polo Ralph Lauren shirt, gingham check. You guys know the deal with these. This one sold for $19.80. That's a Nifty sale. But before that, these sold. So these are Crocs. I bought these for 75% off of 40. So less than $20, and they sold for $60. $60. I bought these at the Dick's sale. They're going priority. So we're going to put them in one of these and call it a day. Put it in one of those and call it a day. I've done well with diesel jeans. Yeah, diesel jeans sell well too. Good point. Let me highlight that, Tam. Found my first Roan, but it was a basic V-neck for $3.99. Comps were meh. And a lot listed. Yeah, Roan has just kind of fallen off a little bit. I'm actually going to cut this. These are together. Ow. Okay. Yeah, Roan's falling off. I don't pick up all Roan. If it's just a basic shirt, I'm probably not going to pick it up. Cruises can really fatten you up. So listen, Debbie, fun fact. I was the fattest I've ever been before the cruise, and I got back, and I didn't gain any weight on the cruise. Usually I gain like 5 to 10 pounds. That tells me my body's probably like, this is as big as it can be right now. If you push it, we're going to go another 25 pounds. So you better not push me, or I'm going to push out another 25 pounds. That's what's going to happen. TikTok glitched. Watching Jory. Sorry, I don't know. I'm not sure. Went to Indy for Taylor Swift in November. Such a cute city. There you go. Yeah. Wow, that concert was crazy. How cool was that when she came to our city? Yeah, it's a cute little city. It's an inexpensive city to live in, which is great. And we have family here, so we're not moving. Are you still doing live 13 videos? I missed watching them while I was stuck at work. Okay. So I don't do a lot of live thrifting videos anymore. I used to do them all the time, but are live thrifts on TikTok. But what I am going to start doing more of are me turning on my phone and saying, we're going thrifting. I'm going to take you in there from start to finish. You're going to find what I find. It might be 2 things. It might be 10 things, but I'm going to teach you what not to pick up. What are some things to pick up? All that sort of stuff. That Rolex was not thrifted. That particular Rolex that I had in that fit check was was my uncle's who passed away. So that was inherited. That Rolex. That is a 66 GMT. Pepsi. 75% off of 40 is 10. Yeah, my bad. Less than $20. Did I say less than $20? That's 10, right? It is the buyer's responsibility to contact USPS if they received damage. eBay insures it up to $100, correct? Yes. eBay insures most items, I think items up to $100. But you might have to, since you paid for the label, you'll probably have to file the case. So the buyer needs to send you pictures of the item that's damaged, and you'll have to file the case since you paid for the shipping. So that will be, you'll have to file that case and get the money to the buyer. Bolo sticker hats. I don't even know that. Do you know, how do you do with rock band music t-shirts? They do really well if they're older. Rock band t-shirts do really well if they're older. Good morning. What's up, Smoky Mountain Thrifts? Good morning to you. Okay, that Polo Ralph Lauren shirt, again, that was a Nifty sale. That was my last eBay item for the weekend. So 29 orders over the weekend on eBay. Yesterday, I packed another 50 to 60 yesterday. I packed 50 to 60 items that sold during break. Post office is going to hate me. Let's get on over to Poshmark. So Poshmark sold this Polo Ralph Lauren, as you know, again, another one of these on Poshmark. I have them cross-listed to Poshmark and eBay only for $30. Bought it for 10. Do I buy big Dixon flannels? Yes, Dixon flannels are good, but they're starting to drop in price because they produce so many of them. I'm seeing wholesalers on Whatnot get them and selling them for super cheap. Shoot, that should have gone on priority. I love shipping Posh orders. So easy. Oh, so easy. Especially when you're not an idiot like me and ship it in a poly mailer. You need to ship it where it's supposed to be shipped. There we go. Okay. IB Cool. IB Cool, new with tags. Want to be on the lookout for this brand right here. IB Cool. I'll buy it new or used. But I bought these used for 12 or 11 bucks. This sold for 35. 35. Do you put your account on vacation mode or just extend shipping time? Heard mixed thoughts. Annie, watch my video. I just put it out yesterday on YouTube and Facebook. Go watch my video. I just put it. It's about vacation mode on all platforms. It's about vacation mode. So go check out that video. I have so many questions today. Felix, what's up, Felix? Beard is cheating on me. You want to go hang out? Next item, these Ultra shoes. Again, just like those On Cloud, they have that hiking grippy grip bottom. These I paid at $9 for. I don't take the price tag off the bottom. And these sold for 40 bucks. 40 bucks. These are going to go in one of these right here. I've never heard of that brand. I've never heard of that brand. Kobe? I don't think so. Welcome back. Thanks, Running Yahoo. Thanks. My research to-do list is to learn more about Polo Ralph Lauren and Levi's. Yeah, two good brands that are everywhere and all over the country. Two good brands to be on the lookout for. My to-do is to figure out more women's clothing items. I see women resellers that only sell women's clothing go into the Goodwills and have carts full. I'm like, I'm missing something. I'm obviously missing something. At our Goodwill prices, if they have carts full of stuff, I'm missing something. What do you do when you bought something upon further inspection? And I'm going to go hard with that too. Holes. What do I do with something? If it's something that I know won't resell, I will throw it away and put it on my taxes of lost and damaged goods. I ventured into new socks. People pay crazy amounts for them, such as cool and features. Oh yeah, for socks like Smartwool socks do really well too. I love Ultras. They sell fast and good money. I've got a personal pair and they're awesome. Yeah, Ultras are really good. Neither did K-Way. What did K-Way neither do? What did that clown do? These are icebreaker pants. Bought these online arbitrage. Icebreaker pants. These sold for 68 bucks. 68 bucks. I paid right around just under 40. Yeah, as a woman, I feel like men's clothing to resell is better. Yeah, I think most people would say that. But I'm not going to not sell men's. I just want to be able to go in there and know what women sells as well. I want to come home with a car full. I mean, every day. How do you research brands? You can go to what I would recommend is and I'm no all-star, but if you go to surfsupfinds.com, right here, you're going to see a link to Surf's eBay store. You click on that link and you go to my sold listings, and you can just look at the last 90 days of the brands I've sold and the items I've sold, and that's kind of what you're going to be looking for. So that's what I would do. Makobi? He never heard of Makobi? Maybe. I don't know. I'd have to see it. I learned watching surfs and also Posh Lives. Also, I see what people buy. Learn so much from brands. Oh, Stephanie. So watches people's Posh Lives. She learns from what people are buying. That's a good way to learn. That's not bad. Okay. So you watch Whatnot Lives or Poshmark Lives, and you see what people are buying, and then that gives you an idea of what to go look for. Not a bad idea. That's a good idea. Masters Collection shirt, of course, this sold with the Masters yesterday. Congratulations to Rory getting the Grand Slam. This sold for Masters $17. It's just cotton. Cotton ones sell for around $20 for me. It's some crazy streetwear. That's probably why I don't know it. I don't know the crazy streetwear that well. I don't know it that well. Doop, doop, doop. Okay, next item. Who would have thought? I don't even buy this brand new with tags anymore, but it sold. Zaya leggings. So this Zaya was really popular. It was like a pyramid scheme type of brand. And then it just kind of fell off completely. Good quality, I think. I don't know. But I've had these for forever. They sold for $22. Let's go. I learned a lot from Bo's Whatnot. There you go. Clothes plus stuff, I think says Whatnot. Do you cross-list your items? Yes. I cross-list all my items using Nifty. Nifty is the best cross-lister. Promise you. And it does all your automation, sending out offers, and it delists all your items. So if these items sell on Poshmark, they get delisted across all the other platforms automatically. So I have a link in my link tree to try it for free, telling you it's the best. So if you're not cross-listing, you need to. I was only selling on eBay for forever, and then I started cross-listing. Over the weekend, I had 9 Poshmark sales. Those are sales I wouldn't have had if I didn't cross-list, and like probably $300 worth of stuff. Marine Layer. You guys know the brand, Marine Layer. This sold for $17 as well. I never even, blended. I know. Zaya does not sell, like, I'd never buy it anymore. I just have had those for probably 2 years, and they sold. I was so happy. Like, I'm more happy to sell that than I am to sell anything. Like, having those items sit in your store for 2 years and dropping the prices and still not selling and finally getting that sell, that is so great. It's like winning the lottery a little bit. It's like winning a scratch-off ticket, let's be honest. Surf change paper size for Mercari labels. Surfs change paper size for Mercari to labels. Bigger printer. Okay, I will, girly girl. I had one sale on Mercari. I've already packed it. But I will. I can change that because the labels are so small. Travis Matthews shirt. Travis Matthews shirt, $17 is what I sold it for. Not too bad. Not too bad. Going out priority, of course. Going out priority. What's up, Kingston Closet? Just picked up a Polo Ralph Lauren short sleeve silk cotton button up. Sold same day as listed. Yes. If you guys get anything, those silk blends, the linen silk blends, any of those that are Polo Ralph Lauren, they do really well. They do really well. Good pickup. And I use these little stickers again. I have 2 pieces and I'm about to drop the price to $1. Good luck with that, Blended. I hope someone even buys them for $1, right? Zaya, I think I have a sweater still left. I think I've dropped it to $5. Still have it. Adidas, 365 shorts. These sold for $17. A lot of $17 on Poshmark. Yeah, I'm with you. I don't get Zaya anymore. I get so overwhelmed with picture taking and posting. It's so time consuming. Any tips? You don't have to take a million pictures. Get a good. So what I did, I made a photo station that's very easy for me to use. I'm on my feet. I don't have to bend over. I pick stuff up, take photos, put stuff here, and I put flat screen TVs are so cheap now. I put a flat screen TV, and I have YouTube TV. I put it above me so I can listen or watch TV or watch YouTube or whatever while I'm taking pictures. So try to make it enjoyable as you can. When I used to do pictures on the floor, it was my least favorite thing. Now I could literally take pictures almost all day long and be fine with it. Not care. It's very mindless for me now. Very mindless. But that's it, guys. Maybe take older stuff like that to Play-Dohs. Yeah. You could try taking those Zaya stuff to Play-Dohs, but I don't even know if they'll buy it. But that's it. On for an hour and a half. Appreciate you guys getting in here. Got stuff to do. Again, no monster. Small claps. Small claps with my sign language students. Claps. All right, that's it. We will see you in the next one. Gonna go thrifting, doing all the things.